my name is Emily, and I'm going to be leading us in Tot Time Tuesday story time today at Clay Pit Ponds State Park Preserve. Are you ready for story time? If you're ready for story time, sit down and let's sing our hello song. Ready? We clap to say hello. We clap to say hello. To our friends at story time, we clap and say hello. We wave to say hello. We wave to say hello. To our friends at story time, we wave and say hello. We stomp to say hello. We stomp to say hello. To our friends at story time, we'd stomp and say hello. Great job, everyone. This week, we're learning about apples. Can you all say apple? Say apple. Apple. Can you say apple really quietly? Apple. Can you say apple really loudly? Apple. Can you say apple really excited because you're going to apple picking? Apple. Can you say apple in a silly way? Apple. Great. Let's say apple one more time, and I think an apple friend might come out. Apple. Hello. This is an apple, and look, I have a friend living in this apple. Mr. Slinky Worm. Mr. Slinky Worm eats this apple. Nom, nom, nom. So we don't want to eat it. But lots of animals like to eat apples because they are yummy fruit. Hello. Some apples are red. Some apples can be green. And what do apples grow off of? That's right, apple trees. And if we look inside of an apple, what do we find? Seeds. Do you see the little seeds? You can find seeds inside of an apple. And what do apple seeds do? Well, let's pretend to be apples to find out. So let's stand up and pretend to be apples. Ready? All right, let's pretend to be apples. Apples start as little seeds. Can you plant yourself in the ground as a little apple seed planted in the ground? Can you plant yourself? Great. Then, with water and light, these seeds will sprout up from the ground and grow up until they form an apple tree. Can you sprout from the ground and grow into an apple tree? Great, great apple trees. Then these apple trees will grow flowers on them. Can you show me your apple tree flowers? Good. Bees love to stop by these flowers. Can you pretend your finger is a bee buzzing around your apple tree? Buzz. Oh, the bee found a flower. The bee is drinking up the nectar and pollinating the flower. Thanks, bee. Then these flowers will turn into apples. And we can reach up high to pick one of those apples. Can you reach up high to pick an apple? Great. Can you take a big bite of your apple? Yummy. Now let's pretend to be the apples themselves. Be big and round and a big juicy apple. Make yourself into an apple. Great. and the cycle starts again. So let's do it again. Take a seed and we plant it in the ground. Plant yourself in the ground. What comes next? The seeds grow and sprout into apple trees. Great. What comes next? Flowers grow off the apple tree. Great. And what animal loves to visit these flowers? The bee. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Great. And what do these flowers grow into? Apples. Great. Can you pretend to be a big apple again? Awesome. Great apples. Great. Let's do a movement game where you do what I do. We'll form an apple. Ready? Form an apple. Form an apple. Form the apple. Form the apple. Do you have your apple made? Great. Now peel the apple. Peel the apple. Peel the apple. Peel the apple. And slice the apple. Slice the apple. Slice the apple. Slice the apple. Then eat the apple. Eat the apple. Eat the apple. Eat the apple. Nom 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 nom. Yay! Great job! Great pretending to be an apple. Now let's sit back down and do some counting on our felt board. Okay, time to do some counting on the felt board. How many apples are on our apple tree? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 apples. 5 little apples hanging in a tree, teasing Mr. Slinky Worm. You can't eat me. But along comes Mr. Slinky Worm, quiet as can be, and crunch! Nom, 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 nom. Now how many apples are in the tree? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 apples. 4 little apples hanging from a tree, teasing Mr. Slinky Worm. You can't eat me. But along comes Mr. Slinky Worm, as quiet as can be, and crunch! Now how many apples are on the tree? 1, 2, 3. 3 apples. 3 little apples hanging in a tree, teasing Mr. Slinky Worm. You can't eat me. But along comes Mr. Slinky Worm, as quiet as can be, and crunch! Now how many apples are on our tree? 1, 2. 2 apples. 2 little apples hanging from the tree, teasing Mr. Slinky Worm. You can't eat me. But along comes Mr. Slinky Worm, as quiet as can be, and crunch! Now how many apples are on the tree? 1. 1 little apple hanging from the tree, teasing Mr. Slinky Worm. You can't eat me. But along comes Mr. Slinky Worm, as quiet as can be, and crunch! Now how many apples are on our tree? None, no more, 0. There are no more apples on the apple tree. Great counting. counting. Let's say another rhyme using our felt board and looking at different colors of apples. Ready? Apples, apples, what a treat. Sweet and tart and good to eat. What color are these apples? What color is this apple? What color is this? It's yellow. This apple is yellow. What color is this apple? What color is this apple? It's gold or orange. Great. What color is this apple? It's green. This is a green apple. And lastly, what color is this apple? What color? Red. It's a red apple. Apple's yellow. Apple's golden. Apple's green and apple's red. Hanging from the branches overhead. And when they ripen, down they'll drop. So we can taste our apple crop. Great job! All right, let's stand up one more time to do a movement song together about apples. Let's go. All right, let's do one more movement activity to learn about apples. Ready? You're going to do what I do. Way up high in an apple tree, two little apples smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down came an apple. It was good. Way up high in an apple tree, one little apple smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down came the apple. It was good. Great job! I hope you learned a lot about apples this week. Check out our Facebook for crafts and activities regarding apples to go along with Top Time. Also, check out your local orchard to see if they're doing Pick Your Own Apples this year. Pick Your Own Apple is a great way to get your kids outside. It's a really fun family activity. A lot of places are doing reservation only this year, so definitely make sure you check their website or call ahead to see what policies the orchard is doing for this year. All right, it's time for our goodbye song. Great job, everyone. Let's sing our goodbye song together. Ready? We clap to say goodbye. We clap to say goodbye. To our friends in story time, we clap and say goodbye. We wave to say goodbye. We wave to say goodbye. To our friends in story time, we wave and say goodbye. We stomp to say goodbye. We stomp to say goodbye. To our friends in story time, we stomp and say goodbye. I hope you liked learning about